First off, injuries. Niles Paul had a concussion. Jarvis Jenkins had rib contusion, and Trent Williams has a knee strain. He'll get an MRI tomorrow.
Jay, how disappointing is it to see just such a drastically different performance from what you saw on Sunday?
That's very disappointing. Hats off to the Giants. First off, they came in and they were better prepared. The coaches had them ready to play. We didn't have our team ready to play, and they outplayed us in every phase: offense, defense, special teams. Third down, they were tremendous offensively. We were abysmal offensively and defensively, and it showed. Turned the ball over 6 times. They had 1 turnover. It was a dominated performance by them, and congratulations.
Jay, you can't obviously put this all on one guy, but Kirk threw 4 picks in the span of 8 passes in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
You ever been part of something quite like that?
No. He's obviously was, when you get down like that, you start trying to force some balls maybe, and he was trying to create a spark offensively, and, there was no spark there, and he just forced a few throws. Poor play calls, poor play design, forced throws, poor protection, good defense.
Was there ever any consideration to go to Colt at any time tonight?
No. We sometimes you need to play through some of these ruts, and as a quarterback, he's the guy that's going to have to lead us the next few weeks, so we need him to pull himself out of it and keep his head up and move forward to the Seattle Seahawks when we get back.
Jay, I know it's kind of sudden. Any common thread between Kirk's interceptions? Didn't seem like there was a lot. You mentioned just trying to force some balls.
Yeah, well, I think he was just trying to force them. The first one, he didn't see one of them. He tried to force one to Ryan Grant on one of them. He obviously threw one downfield, the one to Deshaun. He got hit right in the chest as he was throwing. A lot of them were forced. He didn't see people, and some of them were pressure related. It's a combination of things. We by no means can we put the blame on Kirk for this game. This was a total team debacle and total domination by the Giants in all phases. So, we had a chance there. We came back out of the second half and got a touchdown to cut the lead, and then the interception started to happen. But it's unfortunate.
Jay, on the other side of the ball, can you talk about how Eli did against your secondary and this Larry Donald 3 touchdowns right away like that?
Yeah, they were great. Eli was great, very efficient. We just didn't do a very good job on third down. They were 11 for 16 on third down and really did a great job of controlling the game and the tempo. They had the no-huddle working. We blitzed them. He got it out quick. When we didn't blitz them, they ran the ball pretty well effectively. Their no-huddle was very efficient, very good. And our defense, we gave up some completions that we don't normally give up. We didn't contest many balls, which was really frustrating. A lot of quick slants, a lot of balls that usually we contest at corner. We weren't contesting today. So they made some great throws, great catches, but we got to do a better job of contesting some throws.
How much of the struggles in the secondary do you contribute to not having D'Angelo?
Well, it's he's our captain, was our best player out there in secondary, and for a long time. It's a big blow, but it's no excuse. We felt good about Brashard going out there and Emerson, and they're 2 young guys, and they got to learn the hard way sometimes. But they're going to learn from it and get better from it, hopefully, and come back the following week and just continue to grow and get better. That's the only chance we have. That's who we have, and they will get better. I know the type of competitors they are, and hopefully that'll happen.
Jay, with a week and a half here between your next game, is that almost a good thing because you can have some extra practice time to kind of get back to basics, or would you rather kind of get the taste out of your mouth of this one pretty quicker?
No, I think we need a little time. We have so many guys that, on the injury report, obviously, so many guys are going to be in treatment. We probably wouldn't have enough guys at field practice for a couple days anyway. So we need some rest. We need people to get away and get their bodies healed, get their minds healed, take a step back, figure out what's important to them, and come back ready to roll for the defending champs. So, sometimes a good slap in the face, wake-up call is what you need, and hopefully our guys respond. I know the coaches will, and I will. We just got to make sure we get our players to respond from a type of game like this.
Jay, you obviously knew this one was on the schedule with the quick turnarounds. How much do you think that was a factor?
The quick turnaround?
Yeah.
Well, obviously we'd like to have a healthier group going into the game, but, they're probably the same way. It's a Thursday night game, and everybody has one, and we just did not come out of the gate strong. Turnovers, lack of turnovers, third down, lack of third down conversions offensively, lack of getting off the field defensively, and you're down. And Not a lot to say. I mean, the game was pretty evident. It was total butt kicking from offense, defense, special teams. We just have to regroup, get our guys healthy, and come back to work.
You said they had their guys ready to play and you guys didn't. Do you know right now what you could have done differently than what you did?
I don't know. We try to get them prepared. We try to get them healthy. Went through the walkthroughs and did our things, and they just look like the better team today. Look like they were a better coach today. Hats off to the coaching staff of the Giants.
Jay, do you worry at all about your quarterback's psyche after a game like this, or is he the kind that can put it behind him and learn from
We'll
it?
see. Hopefully he can put it behind him. He hasn't played a lot of football in the NFL. He started 3 or 4 games last year, and this is his second one this year. And this is a very tough position. And one of the main things that I've said all along is one of the biggest traits you have to have as a quarterback, you got to be mentally tough. And you're going to have some rocky games, rocky throws, rocky performances, and the great ones will bounce back. I think there's been every great quarterback in the NFL has had a game like this before. You just got to bounce back.
You yourself was a quarterback. Did you have bad days, and how did you cope with it?
Yeah, you had bad days. You coped with it by learning from it and doing whatever you could to make sure it never happened again, and competing and not letting it get to you, because it'll grind at him for a few days until he can step back on the field and get that bad taste out of his mouth with a good performance.
Fumble in the red zone today. You had the ones in Houston. Is it just snake bitten as far as where they're occurring?
Yeah, that one at the end of the half was brutal. It was 21-7, and we got the ball 2-minute drill, and we're about the 15-yard line going in for at least 3 points to get it 21-10 at the half, and instead we fumble, and they go down and get a field goal, make it a three-score game. So that was a very important play. Great play by them stripping it. But it's just, turn the ball over, you're going to lose to a good football team again. All right, thank you guys.